Time now for the play of the day. Brought to you by Geico.
In Nashville, the Jaguars' Trevor Lawrence finds Brenton Strange for the 21-yard strike. Brenton would beat Kevin Winston Jr. of the Titans in the end zone. That was Strange's first touchdown of the season. Lawrence's 16th TD pass of the year.
It feels good to Geico. This is the State Farm Postgame Show.
And welcome to the State Farm Postgame Show. I'm James Brown in New York. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes, an 18-year-old soccer sensation, Lamine Yamal, followed by new episodes of Tracker and the music competition series, The Road, plus Boston Blue. That's coming up tonight right here on CBS as we welcome you back inside of Studio 43 alongside Coach Nate and Matt. And am I coming to you first, Matt?
Thank you, JB.
Okay, good.
I appreciate that. Coming to me. What a day of games, right?
Yeah,
and as we enter the month of December, we are going to have a wild month because the playoff pictures on both sides, given the results that we've had leading up to today, are wild. Look at all of those teams in the hunt, and they've got legitimate chances. Legitimate chances.
Cincinnati at 4-8 has got a legitimate chance.
And their route is going to be in the AFC North.
Yeah.
Just saw Pittsburgh go down. You look at the two on top, New England and Denver, they seem pretty well entrenched there. Over on the NFC side, just as wild. We've got Chicago on top with the Rams loss. And then you look in that wild card window right there. All three of those teams won this weekend. And then in the hunt, Detroit, Dallas, Carolina. Carolina with a great chance to sneak in the NFC South. So the next month of football is going to be wild, but it started with all the crazy games that we had today.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at this game today, it was a tale of two halves. Obviously, the two turnovers by Buffalo in the first half, but then in the second half, the sack, fumble for a touchdown, and all of a sudden, then the interception goes in for another touchdown. But Josh Allen, to me, this guy's offense and what he's able to do with his feet, improvisation that he did, he took over in the second half of this game and kind of willed this team. It's interesting that him and Cam Hayward got into it in the first half of this game and almost just got Josh Allen a little bit more pumped up in this comparison right here. 15 to 23, 123 yards, but really is what the ground game was all about with James Cook and the Buffalo Bills. And for the Pittsburgh offense, they just couldn't get anything going on the entire night.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that little back and forth between him and Cam Hayward, and we were sitting there, I was sitting there saying, hey, be careful how you talk to the big fella. But in reality, I should have been saying, be careful how you talk to Josh Allen.
He's a big fella,
He's a big fella, too. And listen, we've talked about this time and time again, that Josh Allen is the type of individual that can put the team on his back at any given moment. And a broken play isn't truly broken because he can extend plays and he will end up breaking the back of the opposing defense. And he did that today. I talked about it at halftime. I would love to see Josh Allen use his legs. And he became the complement running back to an already fantastic James Cook, who just week in and week out shows us why he's a premier back in this league.
And design runs, too. Those are some of the things we saw in there. But it was the improvisational skills, but also the turnovers. Buffalo's defense stepped up. They needed it. They had some injuries on the offensive side of the ball, needed to step up and play well and take the football away. And this was the one where we saw Joey Bosa come in right here and cause that strip sack that sets up the Buffalo score right there by Benford. But again, I mean, this is Mason Rudolph coming into the football game. Tough day to throw, and Benford comes out with another interception. When you take the football away and you run the football well, it's usually a recipe for success. Yeah. Particularly when you're playing in inclement weather.
Yeah.
And when you look at this division, the fact that the Steelers have lost 5 of their last 7 games, they go into Baltimore next week with a chance to get back into first place of the AFC North.
Yeah.
All right, and that's a big game. It's on CBS next weekend. So, and then when we have the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 2 games out, maybe playing 2 of the best games out. Joe Burrow's coming back, and they go to Buffalo. So, there's a lot of really good games next week on the docket.
On our network, too. Going for the AFC South. Jacksonville versus Indy. It's going to be a really good one.
You know, you start off by talking about the playoff picture in the AFC. And, of course, we're looking at the Patriots and what they've done. Fantastic this season. Right. Shout out to Vrabel and, of course, Drake May. And then Bo Nix and the Broncos and what they've been able to do. The question that I have for them, and I'm not questioning their talent or where they are in the season, but the month of December is the most important month. So the question is, will both of these young quarterbacks that are in a space right now being the big dog, the lead dog in the AFC playoff race, will these guys finish out the race the way they started?
Have we been this late in the game to say it is still pretty much wide open for
Yeah, it is. is.
That is absolutely unbelievable. All right, folks. Next Sunday, the NFL on CBS slate includes several divisional matchups. You heard Matt alluding to that, including a big one in the AFC North between the Steelers and the Ravens, and an AFC South showdown. That's between the Colts and the Jags. And it all begins at noon Eastern with the NFL Today right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Hey, folks, I just want to make certain that we're closing out pretty good. We're not going to have a players meeting or a co-workers meeting. It's all good.
You've been distributing the ball pretty good today.
Good job with that, Jake. I'm telling you.
Can I say, because I know Magic Johnson was one of your favorites, Isaiah Thomas.
Showtime, baby.
Hey, but the question is,
Matt,
forgive me.
Fellas, thanks for including me in this. I appreciate it.
You're the shooter, baby. You got to respect the shooter.
Post-game show. Thank you.
Oh, no, hey, look, he is the quarterback, and Bill Cowher, has he not made it clear he is?
And if he doesn't like it, he'll call it audible.